Hi, I'm Kate, and today I want to talk about some video game controversy. For those of you who don't know, there's been some unpleasantness, to say the least, in the gaming industry for the last couple months, maybe, like 6 weeks. And it goes under this umbrella title of Gamergate. And there are many threads involved, but the one that I want to talk about that I felt like has not been talked to death yet is the one that deals with people feeling like there's some concern about the ethical coverage of video games in the mainstream media. There are accusations abounding regarding money, sex, favors, friendship, whatever, being exchanged for good video game reviews by developers and publishers to these larger gaming sites. This would mean that these sites are essentially mouthpieces to the highest bidder, glorified PR bullet lists. And that doesn't sound like anything we want, right? Of course. So, hypothetically speaking, let's say that all mainstream media sites were to publish a full list of financial and personal bias at the beginning of every review. They mandate that personal opinions don't belong in reviews should just be fact-based, and any personal opinion pieces should go into an editorial section. It's my opinion that when you strip personal bias out of a review, you are left with exactly what you didn't want in the first place, which is essentially a PR bullet list of facts about the game. I, as a consumer, read reviews because of the voices of the people who write them, their experiences with other games, their likes and dislikes, their personal biases, absolutely. If I don't agree, that's okay. We live in an age where there are literally hundreds of reviews that come out for a game that aren't tied to a media outlet at all, that don't report to Metacritic, that pose no intrinsic economic value to a publisher. I personally don't see full bias disclosure as a solution to this problem. I think that it is a promising stopgap. And once disclosure starts to be provided on the regular, will people even be able to believe that it's true? If a site claims no bias on a piece, will people demand disclosure of a bias that doesn't exist? Here's a suggestion. View video game journalism as a marketing piece. Marketing isn't always evil or out to lie to you. Most of the time, marketers are trying to present to you facets of a thing that they want you to pay attention to. A video game review will rarely be able to cover every single facet of a video game. I believe that the onus is on us as consumers to put those facets together and create a full picture from a variety of outlets if we have trouble trusting the mainstream media's opinions. Also wanted to touch on abuse and harassment. I've disabled comments here because, as I've mentioned before, I am very interested in having a conversation and an exchange of ideas, but I'm not interested in the random abuse that the YouTube comment system propagates. However, abuse has a way of finding you anyway. To be totally honest with you, it's super easy to ruin my day. Like stupid easy. It is like taking candy from a baby. Any negative thing will just bounce around in my head forever. There's no challenge in it. What happens is I always try to imagine what anybody says, positive or negative, and empathize with their situation. So when someone tells me you're a cum rag, I have to I go through this whole process where I'm like, am I a cum rag? What did I say? What did I say that could have, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. However, abuse doesn't make me want to stop. It just makes me feel really fucking sad. I wish that I could go one day without having to not read the comments. I wish that I didn't have to see friends and colleagues be abused and harassed every single day. As I was working on the pre-production for this video, someone in the industry was literally getting death threats right then. That's so unacceptable. I wish we could go one day without this bullshit. Video games can be art. They can be cultural statements. They can change your entire life. They can be mindless entertainment. They can be all of the above. One thing that video games cannot be is a vehicle for violence and hatred. It's just fucking video games. be kind to each other.